Hello everyone! My name is Mark. Welcome back to another playthrough of Final Girl. And today, I'm going to play against the Ratchet Lady in Wolfe Asylum. And this is called Madness in the Dark. And the Ratchet Lady has an interesting mechanism where she does not have an upper health limit. She only starts with 6 health, but she can heal indefinitely, as it says so right here. And Wolfe Asylum has a bunch of pills and things. Oh, also the Ratchet Lady has minions that will work with her. The Wolfe Asylum has pills, and I will start off with 2 pills, both because of the setup and also the Return of the Ratchet Lady scenario, which we will start right now. Wolfe Asylum was a place born of good intentions. Doctors and nurses arrived in hopes of helping patients, and patients arrived in hopes of getting that help. As is often the case, intentions don't always lead to the outcomes expected. When managing the patients became difficult, the staff got tougher and became less forgiving and less understanding. So, when the Ratchet Lady, in all her evil, returned to the place she once worked as a nurse, she had little trouble wreaking death and havoc on the place. So we are using either Heather or Veronica, and Heather is the typical final girl for this scenario, so we'll just go with that. Setup is padded rooms. Items are set up as normal, and we somehow got mysterious pills on the top of both of these item decks, and as well as the hook-handled bone hammer over in the medical storage room. And then the event deck is set up as normal, but the starting event is Welcome to the Madhouse, which makes me put a skull token here, and anytime me or one of the enemies enters that room, let's see, yes, enters that space, they are dealt 1 damage. Then we have the tarot cards set up as described, and the Dark Power's Manic Burst, and the finale is Hold Her Down. Special rules: Heather starts the game with an extra pill token. Again, in addition to the pill token that she gets to start the game at Wolfe Asylum. Now, I can use these pills in addition to actions on my turn in order to do these bonus things, which can get me possibly amped or just do these effects. However, if I use more than 1 at a time, I have to draw side effects, and we will see what happens there. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and mix up the health tokens here, the final health tokens, and I will draw this one for Ratchet Lady, and you can see what that is right there. And we will put that there. And then we'll draw this one for Heather. And that is what that is. So I don't know what it is, but you know whether or not either of us have any extra health at the end. So I believe that is everything. So let's get started. We have these cards to start off with. And we are going to play action cards to start the game. Now, I started off with these 2 pill tokens, which I could spend both of them to gain, or to lose 3 horror immediately, which would take us down 1, 2, 3, right there. And I'm thinking that either I should focus, or maybe even walk and attempt to get this person out. And so I'm also thinking that this time I'm going to try and gain a lot more cards rather than just using all of my time on using the lesser good cards. So let's go ahead and walk. I'm going to do this, and I would like to do that. If I have to, I can use some cards to discard to make this, to buff this up. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. I got 1 and a 2, which means I can move up to 1 space and lose a health and 2 time, or I can just lose 2 time. And Well, since we're going to lose 2 time either way, I'm going to go ahead and take 1 damage and move 1 space. And then we're going to try walking again. Yeah. Well, let's see. Yes, we are going to try walking again. Okay. Let's hope we get at least 1 star or something that I can... Oh, what? I got 2 1s. Wow, this is a horrible start. Okay, we're going to do that again. I'm going to use 2 of those. I'm going to move 1 space, and we're going to put that there, which moves that down, and I lose 1 health. That is a just ridiculously terrible start. But that's okay. I'm going to spend these 2 pills. And they're just going to go in a discard over here. I get to move 1, 2, 3 down. And then I'm going to stop there, and I will buy, let's see, so right now the movement is 2, and so the minions would not be able to get to me because they're targeting me right off the bat right here. And the Ratchet Lady doesn't move, but just attempts to kill somebody. So what would be best to buy? At this point, I think I'm going to spend the 2 that I have left to gain the 2 close call cards. So we're going to do that. That is all my actions. Oh, hold on. I did not draw the 2 side effect cards that I'm supposed to. So, okay. So first of all, I draw normal, no effect. And then the other one says paralyzation. Discard all action cards that allow movement. Do not draw any more side effects. Well, we lucked out on that one. I just used all of the movement cards that I had. So that's okay. Go ahead and put that there and discard right there. So that worked out. So now I can purchase action cards, which I just did. Then I reset time to 6 and then return action cards to their designated spaces. I just realized I did not buy a sprint, so I'm not going to be able to move at all. Maybe it would be better for me to... I am actually going to use the 2 to buy a sprint instead of a close call. Okay. So, now we resolve the killer action. So, first, the minions are both going to move 2 spaces toward me. So that could be either here to there or here to there. So, you know what? Let's just, for the sake of being... kind of thematic, let's split them up. Let's say they both go in different directions, which makes my job just a little bit harder, but that's okay. So that's that. Then the killer can't attack anybody for 1, so there's nothing that goes on there. Then we have draw a terror card. The minor dark power, blood drive. So that's going to go up there, which will give her 1 more health. And each time a victim becomes a maniac, the Ratchet Lady recovers 1 health. Well, that's not good. We need to do some damage to her. The bummer is she's not moving at all, which means if I want to attack her, I have to go in here and take 1 damage. So we'll deal with that as it comes. Okay. So, panic phase, no victims were killed. Upkeep phase, nothing happens there. So we are back at the action phase. Here we go. Shall we? So now I get to roll 3 dice, which is much better. I don't think focusing is necessary. Although we could potentially get more time doing that. So, you know what? Maybe I will. Since I have 3 dice, let's not rely on that though, no. Let's do the short rest because a rest is necessary. So let's make sure we do that. In addition to that, just in case I run out, let's make sure there's nothing else that I want to do here. Maybe I should sprint. That could hurt, though. So let's go ahead and start with focus, and then we will take a short rest. So we're going to focus. And bummer. Is that worth it? I could sacrifice my weak attack and the other focus in order to make this a 1-star. Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to sacrifice those two. We lose 1 time, sadly. And then this goes down 1. Okay? And then I will take a short rest. And let's hope that we get to heal a whole bunch here. No! And I'm doing the very thing that I was resolved not to do. And that was put myself in a situation where I can't even gain the best thing. Or even I can't even sacrifice any cards to gain anything. So we have the 0. So I'm going to gain 1 health. Not the worst. Then we just lose the thing that we gained from the focus. And we lose 1 time, and the action phase is over, which really stinks. So now I purchase action cards. So I purchase these 2, and I have 4. So let's go ahead. I have a sprint in my hand and walk, so I can move a ton. Let's see here. Why don't I buy a calm? This is specific to the Ratchet lady, and that allows me to change maniacs back into victims. And so that costs 2. And let's get ourselves a search. No, let's do a close call because I need these for, let's do both of the close calls. I need these for sacrificing things. Okay, then that's those 2. We will reset to 6. And these need to go back in here. There we go. Now we resolve the killer action. Both of these guys are going to move into my space and then do nothing. And the killer is going to do nothing. So let's see what her next card is. What is this place doing to me? Draw 2 side effect cards. Ugh. So we have a no effect normal, and we have a panic attack. Discard 2 terror cards. 1, 2. Just brings her closer to her main event there. And that's it. Okay, so then, and I believe everybody does this, which is a bummer because the minions, let me double check that. So, I believe it is on page 32. All enemies will perform any killer actions 1 at a time. Minions should always act first. Okay, well, that really stinks because the minions are each going to target me and then move, which they don't, and then attack me for 1 each. So that's bam, bam. That's 2 damage right there. Wow. Okay, then the killer is going to target the closest victim, which is either this one or that one. And I don't know that there is really any thematic greatness to that. However, if we go by the tiebreaker making things worse for me, it's probably worse that she is over here. So let's have her target that. She's going to move up to 2 spaces, but 1 space over to here and do 1 damage. And this guy is now dead. And when he dies, this moves up. So now she can move 3 spaces. Okay. You know what I just realized? The minions are not supposed to move 2 spaces. They're supposed to have a movement of 1, which means they are actually, they would have been here and there. So they move there and there. Let me look this up really quick. That would be really nice because then I don't lose 2 health right now. Oops. Yes, minions have... Okay, I think it is specific to this scenario. So minions have an attack and movement value of 1. So that is true, so I get these 2 health that I thought I had lost back. And they will not follow you and cannot be saved. So there's that. Okay. That works. That moved up. We did that. Now we have an event. Oh, excuse me. Since that was the case, this minion will kill this one, which means we have another death, which does that, and this will move up there, and my whole thing in getting 3 of these dice is completely negated. That's really too bad. Oh well, okay. So, we get another event, and this is Dr. Death. Oh, I didn't pull out these meeples. I should have pulled them out. I didn't realize I was going to need them. Place Dr. Death in the operating theater, which is right where I was. Put these guys up there. During upkeep, Dr. Death kills a victim in his space. If there are none, move him 1 space closer to the nearest victim. If Dr. Death is killed, gain 2 time and do not increase bloodlust. If Dr. Death leaves play, discard this card. All right, I'm going to put this over here so I don't forget it during upkeep. Also, where was it? It was in here. I'm going to find out. These are the achievements. Let's see. Witness Dr. Death and Hannibal kill a victim in your space. Okay, well, if that happens, we may unlock an achievement. All right, so that was this. Then we have draw a tarot card. That was the tarot card. If a victim was killed this turn, so 2 victims were killed this turn, panic victims in the killer's space. There are none. I believe the minions panic victims as well. Yes. There are none this time as well, so that's not a big deal. But victims will panic in the same spaces as minions. Okay. Then we have the upkeep phase, and Dr. Death will move 1 space toward the nearest victim. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's the nearest victim. Now here's the question. Are these considered victims for his targeting? I'm gonna say no because it specifically says victim. Okay. Either way, he is there, and it doesn't kill anything, even if that would work. Okay, so back to the action phase. Let's see if we can do any better this time. So I'm thinking of maybe doing calm. Although let's see here. Calm, die, or do that. Oh, I don't even have all of my focuses are there, so that doesn't work. Yeah, I'm gonna roll calm and hope. Well, either way, I can move. I can make a victim or I can make a maniac into a victim. But let's hope that I can make 2 of them, because that would be awesome. In my space or an adjacent space, or an adjacent space. So I would have to choose 1 adjacent space. So in that case, maybe I should move first. So let's move. Let's move. Oh, this is not adjacent anyway. Wow, I'm just not paying attention. Yeah, moving is the best thing to do right now. And in fact, we're going to sprint. Yes, we are going to sprint. So here we go. Wow, I have not rolled a single star yet. So let's go ahead and discard the 2 close calls. No, let's discard 1 close call and a walk. And I can move up to 2 spaces. So I will move 1, 2. I'd like to see if I can get some items or something. And I think I'm gonna save everything else. Oh, and that cost me 1 time. I think I'm gonna save everything else so that I can use it. Use all of this to buy more cards. Because I'd really prefer not to have that happen. All right, let's call that good. So I'm gonna buy all of these 0 cost cards, 2, 4, 6, 7, and I have 5 to buy more cards. So let's go ahead, let's get some, I'm gonna need some defense cards here as well. Meditating is a good job as well, or is a good thing to catch as well. Also, I keep forgetting I can discard a card to gain time. So how about I discard... Oh, that's during the action phase, never mind. These would still be here, so maybe I will discard the other close call to gain another time, and then I could gain critical blow? Nah. Nope, I'm just gonna pick up a guard and a search. That will bring me down to 1. That is a bad idea. So I will pick up an improvise instead, which I haven't used yet. This one allows me to treat 3s and 4s as successes, which is awesome. Yep. So those are the 2 that I'm picking up. That goes down there, and reset that. Return these to their respective piles. That will go there, this will go here, and sprint will go there. Very cool. Then we will resolve the killer action. So, first, this guy doesn't move at all. This guy also doesn't move because there is a person there. Actually, no, that's considered a victim. Or not, or yes, he is a victim. So he doesn't move either. And she will not kill anybody because there's nobody in her space. So we have Fueled by Madness. This will move up. And the killer recovers health equal to the number of victims in its space and adjacent spaces. Ugh. By the way, that is not happening. Okay. So there are 3. Wow. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. That's not good. Okay, then she's going to target, move, and attack. So it makes sense for her to go for more victims, so she will go over here and attack one of these guys and kill them. And then Bloodlust will move up 1. All right. Oh, I keep forgetting to do the victims. So, or the minions. So the minions will go. This guy is going to attack me for 1. And then, interestingly enough, this guy is going to kill this guy. Does he count as a minion? I think so. Or as a victim. I believe so. And so he's killed, so I gain 2, but we do not increase Bloodlust. So that guy is there, and this card is discarded. Well, that is perfectly fine with me. In fact, I like it. Okay, so that was that. I did them out of order, but that's okay. Now, we are back at the action phase, and we're actually in a pretty decent spot now. So let's see here. I have a lot of cards here. Short rest could bring us back up to full health. Might want to go ahead and use improvise though, because I've got a lot of cards in my hand. That could be very useful. I could even do this to help out with that. Though, yeah, let's do that. We're going to do an improvise. I'm going to roll these. And, okay, I'm not a huge fan of that, but boy, I think we're going to have to just discard 4 cards. So there's 1. And let's focus on the 0 cost cards to discard, because these ones cost me time to gain. So let's see, we're not anywhere near somebody to... Well, I could attack this guy. Let's not worry about that though. So I have 2 focuses. So there's 1 success there. I would like to focus, if at all possible. But you know what? No. There's walking and calming. Calming would be good. And searching would be good. Man. Well, here's the thing though. If I use many more, then I'm just using up all my cards, and that won't be super helpful. So let's just say the next horror roll, 3s and 4s, are successes. Does that even make it worth it? This is so difficult to decide. Yeah, we'll do that, and I'm going to use Calm. For this one bonus thing, I'm going to use Calm. 3s and 4s are considered successes. So I got a full success. 2 maniacs in my space or an adjacent space become victims. So this one is going to become a victim, which is awesome. Okay. So then I would really like to move into... Wait, hold on. Okay. Where did my sprint go? Oh. I'd like to move into there so I can try and pick up some pills and stuff. So we're gonna do a walk. Yeah. I'm gonna do a walk. And if I miss on this, I'll have to give up probably these 2. Let's see it. No! I can't even do anything about that. Ugh. Well, I'll move a space and I'll bring this guy with me. Lose 2 of these and 1 health. That is just horrible. At least I got to move a space though. Okay, and then I can spend 1 time to pick up this pill. So now I have a purple one, which oh, I can move a space with that. Okay, maybe next time though. Then we can search. Should I search now, or I'd better search later? I don't have enough here to help me with that. But, oh, hold on. All right, oh, big sneeze. So, yes, I would like to end here and potentially, let's see, should we pick up a long rest or some more small cards? I was considering getting guard. Let's see, so I have 5. I could get these 2 and this one. I think that might be worth it. Yeah, so we'll just call that good. I'm going to move into the planning phase. I will purchase this, this, and then pick this back up for all 5 of those. 2, 4, 6, 8 cards. And now I will put these back where they go. So we used Calm and Improvise on that one. The close call served its purpose. Okay, reset the time to 6, and now we are back to the killer phase. And so the minions are going to move 1 space toward me. Boop. And then the killer is going to kill somebody. That stinks. So she kills that one. This moves up. And now the dark power is revealed. This says Manic Burst. Whenever a maniac is placed on the board, immediately trigger the minion action for it. Okay, well that could be worse. Yeah, that could be worse. At least at this point. Still have a lot of this to go. So, okay. That was that. Now we are on Draw a Terror card. Blood Transfusion. Roll a die and place it at the bottom of this card. Okay. If all dice are on this card, resolve as if you had rolled a 4. Oh boy. Oh. Okay, roll a die. We have a 1. Resolve this card again. Oh, yay. So we're going to... That's a 3. Resolve this card again. Oh, boy. This is not going to be good. That's a 6. Okay, Ratchet Lady suffers 1 damage. You recover hearts equal to the number of dice on this card. No way! Okay, Ratchet Lady takes 1 damage, which goes here, and this is now gone. Awesome. That actually worked out so well, and then I recover 3 health, and I'm back at full health. Things are looking up. I'll take it. Yeah. Okay, well, we're keeping that die. Maybe I should switch out my dice. Okay, and that was that. There's nothing on the upkeep phase, so we are going to go back to the action phase. Okay, let's do some searching. So I'm going to search, and I would really like to get the full thing so I can look at the top 2 cards. And I'm okay with discarding a couple of these if necessary. So let's see what happens. Nice, okay. Cool, I got 1 success, and I will discard Close Call, and what else should I discard? We'll discard the Walk, since I have a Sprint here that I can use. So we'll discard these 2. Yes. And we will search, so I'm going to move 1 down there, because that takes 1 time, and I will look at this. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that, believe it or not. I already know what this is, and I already know I want it, so I'm going to save that search. I'm going to save these 2 cards, because why would I look at that when I already know I want this? So, Mysterious Pills. Immediately discard this card and take 2 tokens, 2 pill tokens. So I have 1 and 2. Okay. The bummer is I don't have another search on me, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, and then let's sprint. Yeah. Let's do a sprint, and I'm still willing to discard some of these if necessary. Here we go. All right, I'll take it. It is a single success. And that's all I can do. So it costs 1 time, and we're moving up to 2 spaces. So we're gonna go 1, and then we're gonna take this guy with us, 2. And now I'm actually gonna use this blue pill to move 1 more space. That will put us here, and I'm rescuing these 2 guys. So I will put them, Interesting. I have a potential to do some stuff here, but that's okay. First I don't need to heal, So let's go ahead and gain some more time here. 1, 2, that'll bring this back up to 6. And then, do I want to move 1 space into her space? That I think I do. And I might go ahead and buy like Critical Blow here. That could be really good. Because I can still guard if necessary when she attacks. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use this to move 1 space. However, I could do that over there too. You know what? I can do that later. So let's do that to do that. And then I'm going to stop here so that I can buy Critical Blow. Yes, and this will take all 6 of that along with the 2 0 cost. 2, 4, 6, 8. Wow, I have 9 cards in hand. Way better than usual. Okay, so we will reset time to 6 and redistribute these. We have a search and a sprint. Okay. Then it's the killer's turn. So this guy's gonna go 1, 2, and the killer will, excuse me, I keep doing 2. They're gonna go 1 space, and then the killer will not hit anybody, and this will happen. Don't worry, this won't hurt. The Ratchet Lady only is going to target me, move a whole bunch, and kill me twice, or attack me twice. So, yep. So I'm going to use guard on one of them. So here is guard on the first one. And, okay. I need 1 success to reduce it so that it doesn't do any damage to me. So I will just do that. We're going to, yeah, I'm just going to discard Close Call and walk. And I assume these are going to go here because action cards returning happens there. So these are going to go here. I'm going to reduce the damage by 2, which means it's 0. However, she's going to attack me again for 2. And I'm forced to take those 2. And because she damaged me, the closest victim, which would be this one, becomes a maniac. Which is too bad, but that's all right. So that goes there. And now she's in my space. I didn't even have to go to her. So that was the terror card. Panic phase. No victims were killed. Not that that matters because there's nobody in any of the 3 spaces. And that's it. So we have the action phase, and I'm just going straight in for a critical blow. Right here. Let's do this. Actually. Yeah. Yeah, we need to do this. This could end the action phase immediately, but I will still get to do a bunch of damage to her regardless. And I'll have a lot of time left too. Okay. So the question is, do we want to continue and do an extra damage or not? And I think I'm okay with stopping here. So let's use, you know what? I'm going to discard 2 focuses, 2 foci. Yes, I'm going to discard these 2 to give myself 1 success, which does 2 damage, and reduces that level to there and ends my action phase right now. Now, that's okay, because I have a bunch left. I'm going to buy a Retaliate for 4 and a Guard for 2, which will make my next turn fairly eventless, but that's okay. We actually did quite a bit there. I'm very happy with that. Okay, so that was all 6. We're going to reset that to 6 and put these out where they go. You know what, this would make more... Oh, no, that's why, because of the... Okay, I see. That'll go there, guard will go here, walk will go here, and close call will go there. And we're going to resolve the killer action phase. So, this guy's going to move 1, this guy's going to move 1. And then she is going to deal, or is going to attack me. And, hey, I'm going to retaliate. Here we go. Boy, I hope this works. Come on, no! I got nothing out of that. And I don't even have a close call that I can re-roll. That is truly terrible. Okay, well, you know what? I have to then... I kind of have to use the guard. So I'm going to go ahead and guard. I can't believe that. And now I have to discard 2 if I want to do anything. Well, I'm going to discard the walk and the short rest. And that will allow me to reduce this damage by 2, which means no damage happens. So that's good. And then we have to draw a terror card. We are helping! If there are no victims on the board, otherwise, the 2 closest victims to you become maniacs, which will be these 2 guys. Oh, yay. I'm a maniac, man. Okay. Then maniacs only will target me and move 1 space. And then, so this guy moves there, this guy moves there, and these 2 will move there. And I lose 1 time for every maniac in my space. We are helping. Uh-huh. Oh, I forgot to rebuy all of these. That's what I forgot. I was like, what is going on here? Right? Oh, no. Yes, and then I used these. No. 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 This is right. Okay. So that was it, and now it is my turn to play action cards, and I have 1 left in my hand. So I think I will go ahead and use it. We're going to do a weak attack, but the question is, should I attack? Should I even do that? That's not a good idea, because if I have 0 successes, then I lose health, and yeah, that's not a good idea. I'm actually going to do nothing right now. I could heal with 1 of my pills, or, well, actually I could recover all with both of these. But let's not do that either. Yeah, we're going to do nothing. I'm going to buy some more cards. Going straight to the planning phase. So I'm going to pick all these back up. And I have 5. So I'm thinking guard is kind of necessary. So that's 2 right there. I have 3 more. Let's do... Oh my gosh. I didn't roll 3 for either of those. Okay, this is my 1 for this card. That didn't matter. And here's my 1 for this card. That also didn't matter. Okay. That's all right. Okay, so I have 3 left. Distraction isn't necessary. Improvise might be a good idea. Calm might be a good idea. I'm going to pick up a calm and a close call. Yes. And that's all 3. So we'll reset that. And these will go back where they go. And my turn is over. So resolve the killer action. So the minions are just going to target me and move one space toward me. It doesn't really matter. So, oh, they don't want to go in there because they will die. So they're going to go that way. And then she is going to attack me yet again, and I will guard yet again. Oops. Oh, come on, 2 1s. Wow. Well, you know what? I'm just going to take 1 damage from that because even at a 0, guard still reduces it by 1. So we're gonna take only 1 damage from that. Okay, then we have a terror card. Join me in the dark places. The Ratchet Lady only will target me and move toward me, already there. All victims in spaces that the Ratchet Lady moves through, including her starting and ending spaces, become maniacs. Doesn't matter. If at least 1 victim became a maniac, move up Bloodlust. That doesn't happen. Hey, that was another decent one right there. Okay. Nobody died. That doesn't matter. Back to the action phase. So here is the question. Here we go. I'm going to use Calm. And hopefully I can turn them back into victims and then potentially do an attack, or maybe just buy another critical blow. And we have 2 successes. These both become normal victims again. That's awesome. Okay, I like it. And you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. Well, actually, this will not require any time no matter what happens. So, and I don't have any healing on me either. I'm gonna use both of these to recover all health because that just is necessary. Otherwise, I could potentially die in this next turn. Oh, you know what? I need to retaliate. Yeah, critical blow isn't a good idea this time. Yes, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so 2 side effects. Reset, shuffle this and all other side effect cards back into the deck. That was 1 side effect card. So we'll go ahead and reshuffle this. And then I will draw another one in a second. And we have a Brain Fog. Discard a random item card if able. I don't even have any item cards. And that's it. That worked out. Okay. And then, as I said, I'm not going to attack. Oh no, I am going to attack because there's no negative consequences to this except losing health. And let's hope for 2. Well, okay. Do I want to discard any cards though? These are okay to discard. So I am okay discarding cards if necessary. Here we go. That's 1 success, and I will discard these 2 focuses to gain 2 successes, so I deal 1 damage. That is awesome! Okay, planning phase. I'm going to purchase action cards. I'll purchase all of these. And as I said, I'm going to pick up a Retaliate and a Guard for all 6 of those. That goes down to 0. Then I'll reset it to 6, and let's put these back where they go. Using Guard a whole lot in this game. Calm goes there. Cool. Okay. So then we have the killer phase. So these 2 are going to move. Oh, that doesn't connect there. I don't know why I thought that it did. These will go there. And then she is going to attack me, and I am going to retaliate. So, let's see how this works. This is the best I've done on this, as I'm sure all of you can attest to. Okay, that's 1 success, and I could discard 2 to make it a 2nd success. I will discard that one. I'm not doing any walking, plus I have another card in my hand anyway. So I'm going to discard these 2 to ignore all. Oh, do I want to do that? Because I ignore all anyway, because I reduce it by 2, so I'm not going to get hit. So do I want to discard these 2 to get to hit her 1 extra time? That's a tough choice. I think I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that as is. I'm not going to discard these, and I'm dealing 1 damage back to her. Okay. Then we will draw her terror card. Join us or die. There are victims on the board, so we're going to do this. She's going to target this one and move there and kill it. Okay. Which will move this up, and she gains 1 health. Did I give that to me? I did, didn't I? Whoops. Okay. For each victim that would be killed, roll a die. Each victim? Okay. I mean, only one of them is going to die, so let's do that. Hold on a second. 2. Victim becomes a maniac, increase it as if, so I did do that. So this one actually becomes a maniac. Okay. This doesn't make any sense for each victim. She can only hit 1, so whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that was the killer phase. Now we have the panic phase. Nobody died because this became a maniac. So no panicking. And now we reveal the finale because there are no terror cards left. So this is my first finale revealed. So now they will both target me no matter what. This is hold her down. When revealed, all remaining victims become maniacs. Then remove all calm cards from the game. Dude! So these are gone. Wow. Okay. And this becomes a maniac. And these become maniacs. But there aren't any more, so that one doesn't. So there's still at least 1 victim left. Okay. Wow. Ooh, and she's gonna attack twice. I don't like that at all. Okay. Well, that's okay. It is now the action phase. And I still have a guard. I just don't have any attacks. Which means I really can't do much. Maybe I'm not going to be able to move far enough for that to matter. Well, I think I had better just not do anything. Oh, I didn't do this. Immediately do the action for it. So that doesn't matter. These guys are going to move in here. Although what good that does. Basically, the maniacs are just going to come and rush me and then not do anything. Okay. Yeah, I can't really do much here. So I'm just not going to do anything. And then I'm going to buy a guard and a furious strike for my 6. This resets, retaliate. We'll go back here. And it is a killer phase. So these guys move here. These guys move here. And she attacks me twice. So I'm going to guard. All right, reduce it by 2. Good to go. And then I'm going to guard. There it is again, reduce it by 2. So these will go here. And there's no terror card, so that's it. So it is now my turn, and I'm going to do a Furious Strike. Here we have a Furious Strike. Oh, I got 3 successes. Not that that matters, but I'm going to do 2 damage to her and reduce the terror level by 1. I like it. And then I'm going to... yeah. I'm going to be done because there really isn't any much point in doing anything else there. So I will buy Retaliate for 4. And just because I can, I'll buy a Search for 2. That's my 6. I will also pick these up. And so reset. These will go back on the board. And it's her turn. So these guys move, and then she is going to attack me twice again. So for the first one, I will retaliate yet again. This is coming right down to it. Oh, don't like that. I have to discard 2 cards for this. So we're going to discard a Focus and a Close Call. And that becomes 1 success. So I reduce that by 2, which means she doesn't hit me at all. And then I deal 1 damage to her. Okay. And then she's going to hit me again for 2, and there's nothing I can do about that. So I lose 2 health. Okay. That's it. Moving back into the action phase. Okay. I have a weak attack, which is basically the only thing useful that I can do. This Focus is not useful. Oh, and rest. Resting is a good idea as well. Okay, so we're going to do a weak attack and see what happens here. I'd really like to pick up that critical blow, but... oh, you know what would be better? I'm going to, instead of using a weak attack, I'm going to discard a Focus for one of these. I want to pick this up and a guard so that I can not have issues. That and a walk to gain another one. And then I'm going to end that phase, and I'm going to buy a critical blow for 6, and I'm going to buy a guard for 2. And if necessary, I have a total of 4 cards that I could potentially get rid of in order to boost those. Okay, so that's that. This is going to go back up to 6. And these are going here. That'll go there, and the Retaliate will go there. Okay. So again, it is her turn. These guys are going to move, and she's going to attack me again for 2. I will guard again. All right, come on. I want at least 1 success. All right, yeah, 1 success is all I need. So come on. No, okay. Well, that's okay. You know what? Actually, I'm going to let that happen. Yeah, I'm going to let that one happen and hold on to this. No, I still reduce it by 1. So this goes there. And this goes there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna let that one happen. Okay. So now... oh, now she hits me again. Oh, crap. No, I have to reduce it by... yeah, I have to reduce it by 2, otherwise she hits me again and I'm dead. So I will go ahead and discard the weak attack and the walk. No. Yeah. Discard those 2 to make this a single one that I reduce by 2, and then she attacks me again and takes out that. Okay, this is a close game. Okay, so then it is my turn again, and I will do a critical blow, and I need 2 successes on this. Come on, 2 successes! Or at least 1 success and a 3 or a 4. Ah! No! Phooey! Well, we'll deal with it. Okay. So I'm discarding 2 cards to get 1 success out of this, dealing 2 damage to her. This goes down 1, which means I gain 1 time, and my action phase is over, but that's okay because I have no cards left anyway. So now I can purchase cards. So I'll purchase a Retaliate. I don't have any attacks. Oh, this will do. So a Retaliate and a Guard. So that's there, and a Close Call. And then obviously these. Okay. That will have to do. We're going to reset that. Oops. We're all congregating in the entrance there. For the finale, we will congregate in the entrance. Okay, so that's the end of that. Now we're back to the killer phase again. Minions just stand around doing nothing, and then she's going to attack me twice. So the first one, I will retaliate. Here we go. Hey, I got 1 success, and that's all I need because 2 successes would do nothing. So we are going to negate the 2 damage, and in fact, I'm hitting her back. So here we go. Do we win, or does this game continue? Boom, the game continues. Oh boy. Okay, so she now has 1 health left. Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be rolling extra dice this whole time. So, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, I get 2 extra dice because of that. I totally forgot about that. I probably could have won a while ago. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna guard on this next one because she hits me again. So I'm just gonna ignore all of that, what I maybe should have done. That's okay. All right, we have 3 successes there. I ignore all. Okay, it's my turn again. And the bummer is I have nothing that I can attack with. So, why don't we... see, I will be getting 3 cards back in my hand. So, if I discard these for 2 more, well, let's see here. I only need to hit him 1 more time. And I will be getting a weak attack here. So actually, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to keep all of these. I'm going to buy a guard. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. I can't do more than guard 1 of these. So I have to hope that either I have more health. That stinks. No, I might lose again just because I didn't have enough guarding to do. I can't even gain any more health back. Wow. Ah, there we go. Last ditch effort here. Okay, so we're not done yet. I'm gonna walk. I really need 2 successes on this. Really? No! No! All right, you know what? We're going to use 2 to re-roll all of my dice. Close call. Yes! Okay, move up to 2 spaces. We're gonna go 1, 2, and I'm gonna use 2 time to pick these up and hope there's something good. Let's see, we have gain 5 time, or I can use one of them to heal 1. That is not as useful as I imagined. And 2 focuses is not going to do me any good. Well, yep, I'm just going to use them individually. I'm going to gain 1 health from this. Not that that'll help me a whole lot. And I will use this to decrease this, which gains me 1 more time. Okay. And then I have a weak attack here, so that's good. And I will spend 2 to gain this guard, and 1 more for the close call. And these, set this back at 6. And I think I still die. Oh, it'll depend on what's under that token. Okay, so here we go. That was the end of that. Killer phase. These guys all gradually work their way into the next room. It's like zombies following me around. Okay, and then she's gonna move up to 4 spaces over to here and attack me twice. So for the first attack, we will guard. Ah! This one didn't go through, but that doesn't matter. That's 2 successes, so I ignore all. For the second attack, sadly, I can't do anything about it. So 1 damage, 2 damage. Do I lose or do we continue? Oh, no way! I got the 3. So this will go there and 2 more here. Now the bummer is I do lose 1 of these dice, but that is not that big of a bummer considering what we've gone through. You knew that beforehand. I didn't though. Okay. So that was her second attack, which means it's my turn, and I'm going to do the only thing I can do, which is a weak attack. Here we go. I might actually win 1 this time. We have 2 successes. Weak attack hits. Boom! Ratchet Lady is dead. Oh yeah! So I got my first win. And let's see if we got any of the cool special things too. So, win a game at Wolfe Asylum. I need to get a marker here. Haha! We won a game at Wolfe Asylum. Did I obtain at least 8? No. Over the course of the game, I only got 7. Of course, I'm not sure if that is just obtain, like obtain and then use, or have all at once. I would assume that would mean obtain and then use. All right, consume pills for a 1 pill effect, a 2 pill effect, and a 3 pill effect. Didn't do that. Save more than half the victims. Nope. All right, and no, we didn't even get the gurney. Win a game where you received at least 2 negative side effects. We received like 3 or so. So got that one too. Did not get any amped cards, and we didn't stun anybody at all. But then we have over here for the Ratchet Lady. Defeat Ratchet Lady at Wolfe Asylum. Done! Didn't do it in extreme horror mode. She never had at least 15 health, at least not that I counted. She exceeded her starting health. Did we kill any maniacs? No. We did not kill any maniacs. I did return some, but okay. Calm them. Defeat her without calming any maniacs. Didn't do that. Where I could not place a maniac due to running out of meeples. That is true as well. All right. Convert 4 maniacs to victims and save them on the same turn. Well, I did not do that either. Calm 2 maniacs and kill 2 maniacs in the same turn. Also didn't do that. But the other cool thing that I get to do now is open my first for this person's eyes only. Do not open until you have survived a game with Heather. Well, we have survived a game with Heather, so I will open this up. Heather's Bone Saw. This item may only be used when Heather is chosen as the final girl. Heather's Bone Saw. I have a major urge to laugh maniacally. Cool. It is a melee weapon. It does 2 damage. Whenever you inflict damage with the Bone Saw, lose 1 horror. And only Heather may use this item. So, that's very cool. So I just shuffle that into the Chosen Locations deck at Deck of Items before setup. And yeah, or I can deal out the appropriate number of item cards so I can ensure that it's actually in there. Okay. That is really cool. So I now have access to that for future games, but probably I won't use her for a while because I'm going to want to try to unlock other people's stuff. There we go. Well, thank you for joining me on this awesome game where I won my first game of Final Girl. Yay! Well, I'll see you next time. Oh, first of all, I have 2 sets in Season 2 or Series 2 that I have yet to play. I've forgotten the names of them, but one of them is the organism in the cold area. I don't remember any of the things. I should have put them out for myself, but that's okay. And the other one is the intruders. So the 3 villains at the same time, or the 3 killers at the same time. So I haven't gotten any votes yet. So if you want to vote on something, then do. Otherwise, I will just pick one and do that next. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining me again. And I'll see you next time playing Final Girl. Bye-bye.